Sir, I just want to know first from you. You have heard that Russia is continuously at the 3-4 cases has done violating the airspace of NATO countries. So far, I have received the last information that Russia has violated the Copenhagen, I mean Denmark's airspace also. My question would be, are recent breaches part of a new pattern of aggressive posture by Russia, or do they reflect miscommunication, miscalculation, and they are creating misunderstanding with the NATO members? Sir Scott Leckman.
Since the Putin meeting with Trump in Alaska, things have seemed to deteriorate. We've had, Russia sent drones to Romania and Poland to their airspace, and now MiGs over international or over territorial waters of Estonia. So Putin is trying to learn information. He's trying to test NATO and the U.S. It took 12 minutes for Italian F-35s to come upon the MiG planes, which is a fair amount of time. So what should the response be? It can be varied. There are precedents for shooting the planes down. You'll recall in the 80s that Russia shot down a Korean air flight that had gone into their territory. And then a decade ago, Turkey shot down a Soviet plane or a Russian plane and suffered no consequences. So, as suggested, if it happens again, the planes can be shot down, or things less than that. These ghost vessels carrying Russian oil are going through the Baltic Sea. They could be stopped by NATO forces, slowed down. So there's a gradation here. But it seems that Russia is going to keep pushing the issue until they meet some resistance.
My question is, what role should the United Nations Security Council play in such airspace violations? Is it effective, Mr. Scott Leckman?
Well, I don't think the Security Council, they can pass resolutions, but with vetoes, I don't think anything's going to pass. And so I'm not sure if it's going to have any effect on the parties we're talking about.
Professor Scott Leckman, given the latest developments, what are realistic short-term paths to reduce civilian suffering in Gaza? Aid corridors, ceasefires, and diplomacy. Sir Scott Leckman from Salt Lake City, Utah.
Well, I think Netanyahu is not interested in any aid getting in. And I think the only person who can influence him is President Trump. And I think I know he's met with leaders, Arab leaders, and leaders of Islamic countries yesterday. I don't know the outcome of that meeting, but if there was anything encouraging coming out of that meeting, that might be enough to get Trump to put pressure on Netanyahu.
Leckman, how sustainable is the current inflation, and what are its likely paths to major economies like US, EU, and Asia, sir? We are in a shortage of time, sir.
There are two policies in the U.S. that I'd like to highlight. One is the tariffs, and two is immigration policy. So the tariffs, and again, the tariffs, the only person who wants these tariffs is the president. You can't find an economist outside being employed in Trump's White House that is in favor of these things. But anyway, he's fixated on these, and the producers' price index, interestingly, went down a little bit, which showed us that producers are willing in the short term to absorb some of the costs of the tariffs, but the consumer price index did go up to 2.9. So, and I think things are going to get worse. I think inflation's going to go up as a result, and the immigration policy is going to make the job market look more bleak in the future.